It's Monday. It means that we need to have industry talks, very important ones. We care about our talent. Our talents care about us. It's always been a big, relationship between media and and talents. As conversations day in, day out, we speak about them. They talk about us. Sometimes it gets dirty. Sometimes it gets really clean. But one way or the other, we all need each other. Creating platforms for our talents to be amplified. That is what we are all in for. To see our talents go global, whilst we sit here and be local. Right? Yes. I don't remember the last talent that went global that stood on a global platform to give any acknowledgement, even a single dot to say that. Let me say big up to maybe to 3 Music TV or to GTV for for the love they showed me. They've been a part of it. No, it doesn't happen.
Well, classified.
No. I'm told that on behalf of the artists, they forget. Yeah, but it's fine. I mean, it's fine. It's always been a very healthy stroke unhealthy relationship when it comes to talents and media houses. But it's all
love
good.
Hate.
Yeah, love hate. But we'll still keep talking because once the conversations are ongoing, at least the brands are also vibrant. Once your music is out there and people are consuming it, once your products are out there and people are consuming it, definitely there's talkability, right? But there is a certain part of it that also piques interest for us who sit here, for consumers, and this has nothing to do with media conversations. This is just us who are just consumers of the products. Where in recent times, or maybe not in recent times, well, in recent times, because Papa Yanks and them reigned for a very long time. We are still listening to Much They Did and jamming to Much They Did. Like, when they jammed that his song, and he still has shows after how many years? He's still, on and strong. Like,
Daddy Lumba.
Yeah, Daddy Lumba. I mean, hands down, when you hear such names, these names are huge names and they cut across, the bogger to the burger to the local, to the very local, to the affluent. He just named them all across. The names are just have been etched in the history of our minds. They'll forever be there and we'll forever love their music. And again, I go back to like the likes of Amachi Dede. That song Akodareswa Akodareswa how do you say it? How do you say it? Oh no, correct me if I'm wrong. I just want
No, I just know that it's not Riswa. I think it's Akoda Wiswa.
Oh, correct me if I'm wrong. Anyway, so that song that jams like I should have just said that song. Soko Nemape.
Oh, that's not what you're singing.
Emma Pesoko Soko Nemape. Can we sing along? You can't sing it. I dare to give me a karaoke.
No.
I dare you.
Hip hop heads, I'll be surprised if they knew.
I can start with it. Pam 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 pam.
What Map Soko? Everybody knows how to sing that.
Yeah,
I'm just wondering why we've gone that far back in time.
That's what the song says, isn't it?
Yeah.
What did you say? Sorry.
Like, if you don't have money, women don't.
The laws of nature.
Yeah.
Oh, I think women love men without money. Wow.
I think they gave you some medication you don't know about.
No,
See.
it's the way he said it. You know that.
No, it's not the way you said it to me.
Let
As for me, is Amy's reaction for me.
I love the way I love because of the way he said it. It's like he knew that what he was saying was going to shake tables.
Don't speak on behalf of women.
Yes,
Because
don't speak on behalf of
See,
women.
it's like
Someone said
women thinking that men like women who are heavily endowed,
Yeah.
but then men keep saying they like natural stuff. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
No, we don't.
No, you can't compare those two.
So then
We cannot
It is
have
what
this.
it
We
is.
cannot have this conversation.
So-
Someone said if a woman was under, nobody will mind if a man found his woman under a bridge.
I don't get it.
Yeah, anyway,
that's not
we all,
true.
Okay.
we're not even going to.
Yeah,
get
I
into this
mean,
conversation.
Let's not swear away because
No,
if
we're
we
not
start
swaying.
with that.
We're not swaying away.
We're
We're not swaying away. We are right.
finished.
We're right on track.
Let's not swear away. Let's
We're
not,
right.
let's not swear away because we don't have the answers. Let's.
Oh no. But I like I'm saying, I think that no.
You ain't got
my
the answers,
statement. Women love men who don't have money.
Why
It's
do you
true.
say that?
Yeah, but women don't love money like as we think it is. Like No, women don't love money like that. Like, women love to be spoiled, but they don't love money. Like,
Are you sure?
men love money. Women don't love money.
Are you sure?
Women love to be spoiled. Don't get my statement right. Women don't love money. Women love to be spoiled.
Are you sure?
Yes,
Jay, why? I
men.
don't know.
But I'll come back
with,
to
like,
but men love money. Like embeme pesika, ye pesika. Women love to be. Don't let's not get it wrong.
Women,
You will stay with me
like the experience
if I
that
had money
provides.
and you didn't have. You love the experience that I'm giving you.
Yeah.
But you're not after the money,
Yes.
because if you're after the
A
money,
man will have
you
100
chase
million
after.
cedis and wear the same
Women will chase
Lacoste.
after their own money. You understand? Like they'll chase after as aggressive and
Yeah,
as
so
So you're
aggressive.
saying that because they're not chasing after
How many
their
women?
own
How many
money,
female thieves you
if
see?
you
down?
give me if you
There was one
they
that
are even the easiest. See, a woman will steal from you easily. You
No.
don't even know that your money is gone.
No, that's what I'm saying.
And they'll
That
not be caught because they are better at it.
no, what I'm saying is
I'm
that
not even trying to give anybody any wrong
No.
perception now. If I take money from you,
I'm saying
no, Jay,
that-
question. If I take money from you, I didn't work for it,
No.
right?
No,
But
what
I took money from you. I said, Jay, I need money, and then you give me money. I have money. I take money from Kojo Trip. I ask for Trip, I need money. I take money from him. Ask Cyril, I need money. I take money from him. I love money. So I'm taking money, regardless of whether I work for it or not. You people thinking that women love the experience. Of course, yes, for a very long time. But this generation,
own money.
No.
we love the money.
Then I have just allowed you to express yourself, and I'm not swaying away from our conversation. We'll be having it shortly as we're looking at the shelf life of artists. But all I'm just saying is that, in as general as it is, both genders love money. Okay, but when I'm talking about the vicious, aggressive nature of man's desire for money, is non-comparable to that of a woman.
If you say it
Women,
that way, that's
yes, that's what
But
I'm
men
saying.
have
That
made it look like it's women that love money. And
no,
they
the
do not.
experience of that's what it's like, the experience of money. Listen, it is easier for me to stay with you, a rich woman, and want that money for myself. Do you know why people are after a graduate's husband like that? Do you know why people are given that whole perception as though the man is now a free man and now the wealth is his, and it is that perception that we speak of, that if a man is to a rich woman, a man would want to own that money, but a woman wouldn't mind being under the umbrella of a rich man
and living with
the experience. You understand? Whether the money is not in her account or not.
Then it's not general.
But so it is women want. No, it's what I'm saying is that
It's not general.
That's why you find more male thieves than women. That's what I'm just saying. You hear of more,
that's what I'm saying.
because men
But
are
that's-
naturally we are beasts when it comes to money.
Okay,
We'll kill for the money.
I'm
Do
also
you understand?
looking
But-
at it from a very present point of view, where a lot of young people, a lot of young women are starting to look out for, how can I get money for myself so that this man doesn't talk to me anyhow, or think that because I'm in his house he can treat me anyhow. Like, how do I get my own bag? And there are girls that are moving out from their houses early because they want to.
And I'm not.
That's what I'm trying to say. I'm talking from this like perspective of now, where women are fighting for their own, even if it's going to be from a man, right? Even if that's what I'm saying, even if it's going to be taken from a man.
Because I could have stayed at home and spent my dad's money, but then I want it for myself, so I leave the house.
So I leave the house.
I
I find a hustle.
I'm not disputing that fact. Everybody wants money for himself or herself. And I'm saying, yes, you are very right. Okay, please stay with me on that. You are very right. And that is across both genders. As you speak, young boys are looking for their money, as equal as young girls are looking for their money.
No, but the young boys have been doing this since.
No, I'm just saying, irrespective of their. No, it's not lately. In my time, maybe your time. In my time, my 40-year-old friends were looking for money. Nothing has changed.
Nothing has changed.
No, nothing has
You
changed.
say
The girls
so.
are looking for money equally. I'm just saying that a woman would not mind to live under the experience of the money and not even own it and know that it is still there available for whether it's in my account or not.
Yet still lately a lot of men are losing their money to women.
So
Because women are being.
It's not lately. Let me tell you. Should I take you back to?
No, it's on the
should I
rise
take you-
lately. That's what I mean. I'm not saying it's
Oh
new.
no, it's there. It's been there from Adam.
No, I'm not saying it's not there. I'm saying that it's on the rise. A lot
It's
more
not-
men are losing.
No, it's in my
Okay.
time. It was there.
So now it's gone down.
It is still the same thing. Nothing has changed.
The same. It has gone up. It's on the rise. You can check.
See, were you born in the 70s?
I wasn't.
So how do you know if it's on the rise then?
Because
what's the comparison?
Has changed.
How will you know if it's changed if you're not born in that era?
It for you.
Okay, Cyril, go ahead.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. We are coming to our conversation in a bit.
So I mean, the digressed conversation is sweet. I think the value of a man is determined by how much resource he controls, and the most valuable resource being money. So the man, whether he's dealing with a woman or not, is trying to establish his value. So we are innately programmed to get money regardless. Women used to be programmed to get a man who has enough resources to be able to cater to her. That is why the relationship, the symbiosis existed, that a rich guy, flashy guy, resource guy would get the girls, which is the stereotype. But what AC is saying is that the generations have changed, and with the hyper-independent attitude of modern women looking to not be under the thumb of any man, they themselves have refrained from being satisfied with just the experience to wanting to control the resource themselves, so that even if they do have any relationship with a man, they either collaborate on the experience or don't lose out their autonomy as a single independent human being.
Thank you.
But I want to understand something. No, I want to understand something. I want to understand something.
I think he explained it like
at every point in time in my existence since the 80s, women have always wanted to be independent. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. The experience when it was non-internet.
Independence, no. So
I'm just saying.
So the independence, the kind of.
I allowed it. I'm just saying that. I'm just saying that nothing has changed.
Yes, but the version of independence.
Yes, it's like you agree with him. It has changed.
The version of independence.
Help me out. There's a certain woman. A movie. Black. They're one of the first rich black American women.
Who, Oprah?
Who? No, not Oprah. Oh, she wasn't the first black rich. There's a movie on her. What's her name? She used to do this cosmetics. For viewers, help me. I know you help me out. She bought this product and she sold globally across. Like she became one of the first richest black women. Women have always wanted independency right from Moses till today.
No. If you check the year
can I finish?
No,
can I finish? Okay. No, I can't. I mean, it depends on you.
No, I continue. I'm coming.
Women have wanted this independency. Women have fought for wealth, for their own wealth. Even today, just to debunk your own statement, even to today, you still have women saying that, hey, me the memory bemo was cow. Do you understand what I'm saying? So nothing has changed. Women don't say any longer. Nothing has changed. It's been the same CJ conversation. Walker. TJ Walker, thank you very much. CJ Walker. Yeah. It's been there right from CJ Walker's time. Prior before her, women have wanted their own wealth and their own money. Nothing has changed. And I'm not saying that that's bad. All I'm saying is that it is a woman would not mind being under the experience, like he said. I'm using his words. As compared to a man wouldn't want to be under the experience. So what was I saying? I heard a man say, "Me person worry about Wiskow." No.
These days, the men saying that a lot.
When you say these days, when were you born?
They're looking for
no,
DB
but
girls
Jay, yes, like if you're a girl and you don't have.
But you said these days.
Jay,
when
did that? Jay,
that's what we're talking about now. You have been saying you are the one who has been saying 80s since
because
the 80s.
I was born in the 80s.
Okay, that's fine. Now we're talking about the 2000s. In the 2000s,
in comparison,
what are you bringing to the table,
guys?
If it wasn't necessary, why are you saying that?
Table has been there for long.
That's not true.
Guys,
table.
Girls. The situation with women has not been monotonous. In the 80s, women wanted inclusion. Women wanted, late 70s, 60s, dovetailed into the 80s. They wanted inclusion. They wanted to vote. They wanted to be part of policy. They wanted fair education. They wanted inclusion. Then when that hurdle of inclusion was overcome, they wanted empowerment. Okay? And that empowerment dovetailed into now you have a woman who is actively part of society, who is empowered, and they are now fighting for autonomy, which is also known as independence. You get what I'm saying? So despite the fact that women seem to have been fighting for the same thing, it's been progressive based on the generation and the generational situation they find themselves in. In our grandmothers' cases, women were not included in many things. Even the palace council or background cotanao, like you understand. So inclusion took a long era. Then inclusion led to empowerment. Send your girl child to school. Send your girl child. All that era passed with Beijing conference and all those things where women needed to be empowered to participate in society just as men. Now that has gone on for a decade plus, the women who have been included and empowered now want to stand on their own and lead independence. That's where the Wi-Fi generation have entered.
All right, soon it's okay. It's okay. They can.
So
they
you
can,
agree now?
No, I agree. I disagree. But they can. You can keep moving
tired.
till they
They
get.
should be independent and
could you
go.
trip? For the first time, I literally side with you that we're never going to get to an end of this.
No.
Congratulations,
It's
well done.
No, that's you giving up though.
But one thing I can tell you that is clear is the shelf life of artists. If I even drill down to female artists, I need to take my glasses off and then rub my eyes because I don't see any independency and all the things that we've said in there when it comes to the world of female artists.
You don't see independence. Jay, do you really want to start?
No, I'm
You
just
see,
saying
that-
that. I'm just saying that. I'm just saying that.
Do you notice something weird?
The men and the male artists are even suffering. How much more a dominated
Yes.
space like music where we have more male artists as compared to
Since-
the in the
Since
female.
our great
Are you
grandfathers grandfathers era, men have wanted and still want the same thing,
Sex.
right? No, Jesus, bro. Do you understand? Men have wanted the same thing. It's every time the women ask for something, they get it to a large extent, and then it morphs into something new. So it's like every era's or every generation's version of woman has a different thing that they desire as the ultimate must-have. There's our mothers.
The mascara has been all through since beginning. That's fine.
Yes.
Maybe if you had made the playing field leveled in the beginning, you wouldn't have to have Helen of Troy, have to have women writers write under male names, and have to literally fight to get seen. Maybe if we were seen in the whatever BC century, we wouldn't still be fighting for things.
The first job a woman got all of us kicked out of the Garden of Eden. The first job. The first job.
And that's when a man wasn't looking.
The first
He was supposed to be doing his job. He wasn't looking. He wasn't there.
He was looking.
It's an
He
equal
was looking.
responsibility.
She literally said, "Hey, let's do it together."
And
She
what
was
did he
looking.
say? And what did he say?
He said, "Don't do it."
He
And she
wasn't
beat
in
the
charge.
thing.
He wasn't. Did she eat
So
alone?
they can never be in charge.
Did he eat alone?
He's oppressive. He's a tyrant.
Did Eve eat alone? No. He should have allowed her to be
Amy.
in the shame alone, but
Amy,
he didn't.
when your
How are you a leader?
Adam says, "Amy, don't do it," and insists and controls you not to do it, even though you want to bite this apple, even though your friend the snake has told you it's fine, go ahead and bite it, and then your man says, "Amy, forget what your friend the snake told you. You are not eating this apple
No,
today."
this whole
Amy,
thing.
Okay.
If we
Amy,
start,
all right,
Amy,
guys,
okay,
no,
it's okay.
guys,
Let's talk about
let's
this. It's
come.
okay.
if we start this one, we're
Let's
not
come.
finished.
Yes, I promised
What to
9:45.
Eve?
It's already 9:45. But listen, let's come to this
The answer
shelf
to the main
life.
conversations, yes.
This shelf life conversation, which is of growing concern to us all. Why is of growing concern? We, the consumers, are spoiled to choice because obviously it looks like we dictate who we want to give the audience to and the attention to. Now, in comparison to some other countries, you do realize that artists for about the past 10 years, they've maintained a certain number or increased those number of artists, and even some from beyond 10 years have joined the bandwagon, and now there's a wider the options and the variety of artists to listen to, and all these artists are grade A artists. We are all enjoying it. I don't even want to mention countries, but there seemed to be a silent killer back home here in Ghana, where a lot of our artists have dropped from grade A. Now, don't even ask me what criteria I'm using to judge A, B, or C, but have dropped from grade A to grade B. Now, why have they dropped? Because interest in their music from the consumer, attention to the attention that they get. Now, it looks like the attention is only, or the spotlight is only just on a few of them. Thankfully, over the weekend, Blacko had an amazing 2-day concert in the UK. Shut up, we already discussed in the news where, we saw what happened at the stadium. Stoneboy enjoyed such audience at the UCC as well. The energy was crazy. You should go check his socials. Don't you just think that if Stone, Shatta, Blacko, just as three we've seen, came together, we feel that O2 Arena after 3 months of promo? Are you saying that we can't fill that O2 Arena, which has been a benchmark for most artists outside, on a typical Ghanaian audience packed in the UK? Can't we do it?
What's stopping them feuds?
Well, I don't know. Like we can do it.
Why? I'm not disputing, collaborations, but why can't they do it individually like other artists? Unfortunately, I have to mention the Nigerians who have done it.
No, they can do it individually with support from the other artists. So it can be a headline Blacko concert, but he had a Stone Boy, a Sock, and a Shatter Pass through. Whether they talk or they don't talk, they come at different times, come and do your set and go. And promote all three as artists that are going to be live in some country, maybe in the US or in the UK. Because the thing is that if you break bounds in those places, the perception that you give to yourself and your brand is like, you've arrived on those because it's the same platform that this guy, what's his name, Brenner and Co are championing, and making it happen. I'm just watching this and I'm like, how are we saying from Gambaga to Keta, from we also to this thing?
That's
but don't we think black people can do that?
This is what's weird about the Ghanaian fan base, right?
I was going to ask a question about that.
The Ghanaian fan base can love 6 different Nigerian artists
on visa. Okay.
Without a problem, without caring who is doing what and who didn't talk to who and who what. So when you go to a show and there's multiple artists, there's no mental barriers blocking you. You're enjoying the experience. Yeah. But when it comes to Ghanaian artists, there's this loyalist mindset in our fan bases that because I'm a fan of Kojo Trip, I cannot be seen to be promoting, supporting, or enjoying Amy's performance. And that is what has also bled into the artists themselves, their mindsets. So they feel like sharing a stage with each other is going to compromise their exclusive fan bases or be a silent endorsement and might lose them following or might kill some kind of competition that is not really even helping the industry.
But Cyril, I think that this thing also happens in Nigeria, where you see big names like Wizkid, Davido. They also have their fan bases
Nigerians
that fight against each other. But then these artists are still doing well and doing well globally.
Yes, but you see, the thing I'm saying is that in the Davido, Wizkid, Bernard, that whole thing is going on, right? But we Ghanaians don't care. People in the UK don't care. People in the rest of the world don't care. Maybe some hardcore Nigerians care. And they will choose that because I'm on West Side, I'm not going to a Davido. But that's a localized problem. And that same thing exists with us because people in the UK, I don't think people in the UK are so die-hard any artist fan in Ghana that they will dog another artist. It's a local problem. In the UK, you can do it. This your show you are talking about. It would work. It would be easier for it to work outside than to work here, because here it's like knife in mouth. People are in Rambo mode. It's J Foley, only J Foley. I don't want to see any other artist. That is the mindset we have locally. But if you notice all these shows that are international stages, our people pass through. There have been many international stages where you've had 3-4 Ghanaian artists on the roster, and because they don't control the narrative of owning the show, and it is a foreign show, that ego and that beef doesn't set in. But anything local, then all of a sudden it's like, no, when is he going to come? Why does he have to come first? Blah, blah, blah. When you are dealing with a foreign promoter, you don't have the chance to discuss that nonsense.
No, but that is very weird for me. Like being backstage and experiencing
a foreign promoter tells you are going at 7:45. You cannot go and ask.
And if that, don't
is Jay Foley going to go before me? But why is Foley going before me? And why is Foley kind of after me? No. If there's a famous video trending about Jay-Z and DMX and how DMX went on stage before Jay-Z and killed it and blah blah blah, but Jay-Z still had to go on after DMX, knowing very well that DMX has killed the audience. Going to be so difficult. They did that for 53 nights. They were on tour for 53 nights and Jay-Z had to go after DMX.
All 53 nights.
All 53 nights, because that's the promoter's schedule. And today in 2025 is when Jay-Z is on the podcast actually talking about how he felt about it, because he felt I'm bigger than DMX. I'm Jigga.
So
I am the biggest
problem.
Pardon?
So it's not a Ghanaian artist.
Yes, but you see, Jay-Z put his ego aside and did the work.
Because we don't have an option.
Yes,
but we don't have an
you don't
option
understand what I'm saying.
either.
That's exactly my point.
Now,
Jay-Z could have been an a-hole and ruined it back in 90. Whatever, and been a drama queen about it, and blah blah blah, right? But he
why
didn't.
You say wow? It feels like something you are very much aware of.
He could have been a drama queen about it, and why now you saw DMX went to do her. How will I go and do Hard Knock Life? And he didn't do that. He went and he did the work. rest in peace, DMX is gone, right? And Jay-Z is here, and he's now talking about it. He was speaking to it about ethics, about the fact that I guess.
So let me. Okay. Could you go ahead?
No, I wanted to. So
can you put our 3 biggest artists on a roster for 53 nights, and there will be no yawa?
Yeah,
there will be
but no, there wouldn't be.
Before the first night, there will be fight.
No, I'll make sure of it.
Amy raised the issue of Nigeria. I think that whenever we talk about Ghanaian artists, we tend to bring Nigeria into the fray. One thing I feel like we fail to acknowledge is that it's an economies of scale problem, in the sense that Nigeria's population dwarfs Ghana's population. Like Nigeria is,
we are Lagos. We are
300
barely Lagos.
Yes, 300 million people pit against 33 million people. Like where's
it's a scale of 1:10.
You understand? So it's that in itself is a problem, and you can juxtapose that to how big the American music industry is, because they are literally like Nigeria. Their population is, they have a very huge population, right? Which means that there's going to be more fans. So Davido fans can decide that they will not attend a Wizkid concert, and Wizkid concerts, Wizkid fans are large enough to go to a Wizkid concert and still feel it.
Okay,
you understand?
Yeah, but you see, the same economies of scale you are describing makes sense. But here's my problem. My problem is that because we are small, our set of artists are all selling exclusive value. Okay, Shatta is not like Stone. Stone is not like Sack. Sack is not like Blacko. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So them collaborating, working together, coming together loses nobody nothing. If you had, it would be difficult if, I don't want to mention any artists, but in the Nigerian scenario, there's a lot of artists you can group together, to be very honest. Right? Yeah. There's a lot of artists you can group together.
But it plays right back into the economies of scale, because they have so many artists, because them plenty. There's so many of them that you can't sing, you can't pick like the way we have. You've mentioned 4 names, and currently these are and even with the 4 names that you mentioned, one is not as popping as the other 3.
Look, Wizkid said he birthed. Sorry, Wizkid said he sunned all these young cats, right? It's because the influence of Wizkid is undeniable in all the young cats. Whether you like it, you don't like it, blah blah blah. Again, I'm not going to mention the names, but you know them. When the moment the song starts and they start crooning, you're like, oh, this was Young Wiz. And a lot of them have given his flowers to him as an inspiration. You can't load those kiddies up on a stage with Wizkid. It's like you have Wizkid Pro Max, Wizkid Lite, Wizkid SE. Do you get it? It's different. But in Ghana, our artists are nothing alike. So apart from the ego and the fan base and the unnecessary fights and beefs, there's really nothing to lose. Blacko can come and hold it down for an hour, and when Sack comes on stage, there's nothing happen. We still go jump because Blacko is nothing like Sack. Sack is nothing like Blacko.
So
do you get what I'm saying?
Is staring at us that do you think that we can be able to fill up these? We've said this over and time again, but it looks like there is something that is impeding that conversation that from happening. I don't know whether what we are discussing, which is beef and misunderstandings, is the conversation. But beyond that, what really is holding us back from being able to have such collaborative performances?
It's even
the beef.
Wait, even hold on for
I don't think they have beef. Because
I believe it has to do with external validation being more important to Ghanaian fans. A lot of the time, I listen to a lot of music.
Yes, external validation, yeah.
Yes, I listen to a lot of music from Ghanaian
TMZ
musicians.
But if it is 3MZ
exactly.
said,
I listen to a lot of music
cares?
from Ghanaian musicians, and I'm like, wow, this sounds like
Ghanaian
something very
American
international. Right? You get what I'm trying to say? We had to wait for Amare to leave and come back before you appreciate it. We had to wait for Molly to leave. So sometimes
we had to appreciate.
That's the ego I keep listening.
We appreciated her.
The thing you are referring to.
The time I started listening to Amare, where she used to walk around Echo House and her mom pushed, and Jesus, a lot of people don't have the energy to be so consistent enough, right? To get that validation from here.
When she traveled, more people loved her in addition to our local audience. So we didn't say we didn't love her.
See, the thing is,
that she wasn't appreciated first.
How?
She wasn't.
Let me ask a question. Do you know how Wizkid's life is like?
Yeah.
How his house is like.
Yeah,
Do you care?
No.
I mean, he
Do you
lives
care
like
about his
I don't
background?
know how many swimming pools he has.
Do you care about Bennett's life?
But you don't care about mine too, right?
We all know
No,
Davido is rich, blah blah blah. His dad, blah blah blah. Do you really care when listening to his music? But Ghanaians put this personal filter of judgment before the
Ghanaians are
artist.
so critical of Ghanaians.
If you understand,
coming back to your
it's
point,
like
when you finish,
we judge the person based on the me and you level before we even listen to what the
Cyril,
person.
did you see the number of people were watching Agrada's husband's church over the weekend?
guess
Dying
you
for
do.
gossip. Like they were there dying for gossip. You hear what
I
I'm
So the
was
saying?
in the
standard-
beginning, I
so
was
the
going
standard
to
of the
ask
audience they
question.
flow.
Yes, I was going to ask the question. Is the real problem the fans in Ghana?
Yeah,
Is that the
person.
real problem? Because
Yeah, person.
when you put, that's why some celebrities want to start off their careers with
Controversy.
Yes, because they believe that if I have a bad story out there about me, it will help propel my career to a point where people will give me the listening ear to appreciate my music. Maybe they'll listen to me if I'm in the news about something
Sina
bad.
so has
And
gone
as,
super-
as,
super
as writers and exactly as
national
writers
after a
and
lot of
people
biblical
as
quiz.
writers and people who are always pushing our narrative about musicians, we can all tell at one point that a musician or an artist might have moved to you to write, oh, can you put out some bad news about me? You can ask the bloggers, they do it all the time. Write something bad about me, put it out there, and then right after I'll put
Agenda.
out music. People do it all the time
Yeah,
because Ghanaians are more interested in controversy than the music. When they are done, they'll come back and bash you that okay, then you now
So we're not ruling out beef.
I'm coming.
Yeah.
And
Hey,
I
you are
really
what?
want to say this. Jay, relax for me. Now, that I'm really passionate
come.
about this. I'm really passionate about this thing because there are a lot of Ghanaian musicians that are amazing, but we don't give them what they need. And Sina's thing like really pissed me off because Sina has been making music. We all attest to the fact that she's a great singer and she puts in a lot of work, right? But for people to hear the new album or to go and even check it out, it was because of something some reporter or some pundit said about her dressing. Meanwhile, these same Ghanaians listen to Tyler and think Tyler is cute and sexy. These same Ghanaians think Sabi Girl is the most it thing and will dress like her. But Sina did this and it's a problem? Like, make it make sense to me, Ghanaians. Like, it's we judge ourselves so much and cannot appreciate ourselves till someone else does it.
Yeah, the external validation is
And
now
I've
become some.
seen this
Yeah.
lady come up in Nigeria, good girl LA, and the kind of prop she's getting from Ghanaians, I see it in the comments. But yes, let's say Wendy Shade, like I don't.
It's
it just-
familiarity,
Guys,
I think.
Guys, it's the thing is that look, if the thing be in Koso small, right? And
Where
and
Nkoso means.
where in
Where in Koso means? Where in Koso means?
Okay,
I actually don't understand it.
Yeah,
No, you don't
So
know.
let me-
I want the Nkoso to be
So
identified.
let me
Okay.
break the Nkoso. Where Nkoso is representative of the unrefined and unelite. Okay, it's masses. It's down to earth. It lacks refinement. It's Kogon. It's boy. Yes, you understand. There's no let's push the mountain. Let's do funny faces. That one there. There's no pushback, right? Because the fans don't feel like there's any clash. There's a sense of superiority that the fans have over those things. That's why Azonto caught like wildfire, because people didn't have to put on that judgmental filter. Do you get what I'm saying? But when an Amare or a Sinaso comes on the scene, right? Even the press are wearing that judgmental filter. So if an artist, assuming Sinaso wanted to do a video in a full bikini set, so what? Right? So what? She's an artist, she's a musician. Who played Nicki Minaj's Anaconda more than Ghanaians? The entire music video is girls in bikinis. And not one Ghanaian
media
sat down and said, take this off our screens. The youth and the D&D. See now, so what? A crop top or something.
Yeah.
And look at this thing.
Okay, so hold on. Also with Sina's issue, right? Let's not generalize it, because it was the opinion of one person.
Yeah.
which didn't. Which
but so many women have. So
almost as if people were waiting for him to say it.
No.
Didn't Ebony go through this?
No,
didn't Kaki go through this?
No,
didn't Wendy Shea go through this? Didn't Miss V go through
You're
that?
talking about
The sexualization, the commentary on the appeal.
No. I'm just saying that Big Akwe's comment on Sina was his opinion on a media platform, and people came at him. So that also tells you that people disliked that mindset.
Not entirely. A lot of people also supported him.
Oh no! I think we had more. That's the reason why. That's the reason. It's don't cause a fight on this. That's why the station even came out to apologize.
Agreed with him. A lot of people.
That's what I'm saying. That.
Yeah, but then he go on another station.
No. I'm just saying that. Let's put it as it is. There are people across the world who will side for what and what, but there were more people against what he said than we saw the backlash.
Are you
sure?
So
yes, I'm certain.
Because the things I saw, I don't want to mention the bloggers.
You may have seen a comment or two or a comment or 1,000.
No, it's not a comment or 1,000.
But there were 3 million. But there were 3 million other people who disagreed with him, which I was part of the people who disagreed with him.
A lot of us.
Yes, so good. So in this room alone,
So
there was nobody in it. So in this room alone, nobody disagreed
what they
with
did
him.
was wrong.
So what I'm just saying is that it's it made me lose my train of
See, what
thought,
I was saying, that people were supporting.
We have to wrap up though.
Sina because it's like him putting it out is wrong. The speech was wrong, but people still agreed with the fact that hairdressing was a problem. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Him talking about it and the way and manner in which he spoke about it was a problem for people. But a lot of people did agree that they thought that hairdressing was
so take me to school. We've mentioned not only beef, we've also mentioned what was the other points you just making? External validation, which I think is very true. And then I don't know.
Another thing I wanted to mention that I feel like is on the part of artists is some artists just want to feel very exclusive, and I don't think it's a bad thing, but you can't want to feel very exclusive and be very niched and expect everybody to be a part of your creative process. There are lots of artists that don't need the mass. They need intimate audiences, and that's what they are made for. So don't have that mindset and then look for the masses and say the masses are unappreciative of your art when you know that it's very niche. Also in Ghana, we know that there's certain types of music that go farther than sense. So you have musicians doing more commercial music, mixing it up with their original art form. If that works for you, fine. And also getting the music out of Accra is very, very important. A lot of artists focus just on Accra, and you are popular in Accra, and a lot of people don't know you. Meanwhile, you could be getting streams on AudioMark from other places, but your focus is on Accra, and maybe Accra is not minding you. Maybe Kumasi will mind you, maybe Takoradi will mind you, maybe anywhere else will mind you, but you've conditioned your mind that you want to blow in Accra, which is it isn't exactly blowing. So that's what I think.
Yeah, so wrap us up.
We say Amare, we say Molly, but we don't even promote them locally. we don't promote them locally, even as we are trying to claim them.
True.
We just want to be remotely affiliated with their success. The amount of articles and bloggers and news websites that have written Ghanaian America Amare blah blah blah, you think her music would be on rotation in our country? It's still not. Nope. So don't confuse us cloud chasing and trying to ahoshishe them after they've been successful as we liking them or trying to promote them. It's a fear of FOMO.
Okay, but how about the fact
I had it, I didn't do anything with it.
Let me be on a Ghanaian side. How about the fact that the kind of songs they are producing aren't songs.
Yeah, but we listen to those songs from foreigners in Ghana.
That's
some
what I'm
of
saying.
us, not everyone.
Not everyone.
Which Ghanaian artist they sing
because if you ask me one Amare song, I may be blunt and tell you that I can't really remember. Or I mean, aside Molly Shake It to the Max, I don't know the other songs unless I go searching for. But you can't blame me because I mean it's not the kind of songs the song that I
listen to. And I think that is one thing that pushes these two people, because Shake It to the Max,
who knows Beyonce more than Ghana? Tell me.
But people don't really listen to Beyonce.
What are you saying,
like
Amy?
they know her.
Stop it.
No, it's true.
Stop it.
People don't really listen to her like they know her. It's different.
How do they listen to her? It's not. Ghanaians don't even really need to know.
My mom would know Beyonce, but she wouldn't know Beyonce's songs because Beyonce is a part of her person.
My mother will not know.
But the comparison of Beyonce in itself is wrong. Beyonce. But it's when they came to Ghana, Brick and Lace. When they came to Ghana, only 20 people attended that event. I was there myself.
That was 20 years ago.
I was number 19 person. I was there.
come?
He said they came. I can't remember the exact year though, but when they came,
You said I was the 19th.
I was the 19th person in the room. I'm telling you.
Boss,
No, I
the song
didn't
is
know.
Love is Wicked.
See, my
This is
class, we
wicked to
didn't
you.
know.
But the
We
song was so
didn't,
big.
no, we didn't know that they were.
didn't
I
mind
actually
them.
didn't know that they came to Ghana.
Yeah, John Legend has also been here
And
several
how many
times.
people were there?
I don't know about. Oh no, John's concert was huge. That was at a this thing.
Is a legend. Can we?
No, it's this thing. Anyway, our time is up, but this is very interesting, and I hope that we can bring ourselves back on a Wednesday because now that we are talking women, it'll be very ideal for us to chip in a lot on our females as well. But thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. But I want to leave you with the fact that I know that when you talk about experience in money, I always leave it for women. They do very well on that. They don't care whether they don't own it. They want to experience it. But for
if
men,
it's not being used,
men
use it to-
men don't want to be experienced it like your body way get way you did. No.
Like, if a woman is experiencing money, it reflects on you.
No,
It does.
don't let us start.
It
this.
does.
Off air, we'll have this conversation. Check our socials. We're right there. Name is Jay. Thank you so much for being here. We're back again tomorrow here on Culture Daily. We out.